Hey everybody, LeoCMC here, and I did say Warframe yesterday, but holy crap, I just spent an hour and 22 minutes in a single match on League, which is actually good enough to beat my previous record, which was only like 70 minutes. So I basically topped this one by a good 10 to 12 minutes. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain how annoying the stalemate was for so long. Like, I've made some really stupid plays at the end here, but basically when it got to this point, nobody cared. They were just kind of like, alright, somebody end it already. So that's, you know, just having fun watching me dying, and somehow I managed to kill her. That Fiora and I went at it this entire match, I swear to God. She was who I was up against in top lane, because I think that's really the only place you can play like Yasuo, in my opinion. He's not that good of a mid. Anybody can outzone him like a cat or something, because he doesn't have any range until he gets his tornado. But what ended up happening is our AD carry was a Kog'Maw. Wasn't there for probably about 50 to 60 minutes of the match. Just wasn't there. He'd connect and then disconnect like 10 seconds later. He'd pretty much connect long enough for him to buy an item and disconnect. So by the time he fully connected, he had enough to buy 3 items entirely, but he never got to a full build, unfortunately, like the rest of us. When it got towards the part where you're seeing now, like when it's this close to the end, it was to the point where I just kept selling and buying stuff, trying to figure out how well they'd work on me. Like, if my Guardian Angel didn't work, I popped it or whatever, the other enemy team popped it, I'd be like, alright, I'd sell it, buy some other magic resist. Because as you can see, there are Teemo shrooms freaking everywhere. Both teams had a Teemo, and oh mother of God, Madre de Dios, these shrooms were literally blowing up everybody. The Teemo on my team, in the lobby after the match, he was literally like, I imagine for the enemy team, it was like Afghanistan. Really bad thing to say, but it was so true, because the shrooms were freaking everywhere. I think, let's see, no, it may be in this recording, I think it may have been a bit later into it, but I ended up typing at some point. To me, it literally ended up becoming a match of just seeing which Teemo could kill more people with shrooms, because they were layered so far and wide across this map. Wherever you walk, you'd step on like 3 at a time, freak out, and I'd barely live if I even lived, because half the time they were put right in the center, right where I'm about to reach, like right before the turret. The inside turret of their base. I think I hit. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention at this point. I was just kind of walking, getting slammed by Fiora, who freaking hated me. But those shrooms right in front of their stupid base. I'd walk into 2 or 3 of them, nearly die, and then rush over to the wolves right next to their base. Have to kill them for as much life steal as I possibly could to live. Barely make myself live as a result, and then probably get killed. I think it's 10 seconds later on normal. This match was freaking terribly long. I never want to suffer through this again, honestly. Like, I'm all for a good long match, but when it's a 4v5 initially for so long to the point where we're barely able to trudge through, but barely stalemate it too. Basically, Teemo and Kog were supposed to go bot, and what ended up happening is since Kog wasn't there, Teemo fed them a couple kills. And then they pushed the bot turret, the first one, pretty quickly. And then Lee Sin was their jungler, so Lee Sin and their Fiddlesticks, who was their support, were coming up top with Fiora and slamming me 3v1. So Hecarim had to keep coming up top, and it was a 3v1, 3v2 situation. And it took them about 10 minutes to finally take the turret. But at that point, it was like, well, crap, what do we do now? And in my opinion, Yasuo was the most BS champion in the fact that he can literally feed about, I don't know, 20 kills, and if you give him the time, he'll snowball it right back. There is no champion that can do it like him. But now, after a match like this, I'm realizing once you hit about 60 minutes, he falls off. He doesn't really do much. He is, like, disturbingly powerful until really, really late game. Which there are champions like Renekton that are heavy bruisers, early game, Renekton and I'd say Riven, easily. But it's like those champions, because they're so heavy early game, they can get fed and end up rolling until about late game where they fully finally fall off if you do it correctly. But there's also champions that don't get strong until late game, like Ryze, because he's a hyper carry, stuff like that. And Yasuo is exactly like that, but eventually he does fall off, and now finally glad to freaking know that. This match, man. Ugh, I think I need to take a break from League until tonight when the stream is. I ended up getting to participate in last night's, if anybody decided to check the description of the video I posted. I think it fully uploaded at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up like an hour later, and I was staring at my phone and I saw an email. I was like, oh, it finally did it. And then passed back out until like 8. Trying to think what else I was going to say about this match. We were skinned to win easily. We had my skin, we had Kog'Maw's skin, and then we had Xerath, because he was Scorched Earth Xerath, which I believe they're doing a rework to the textures and to the overall look of it soon when they're reworking him. Oh my gosh. My head hurts so bad because I had to stare at a screen for an hour and 22 minutes. And I'm complaining like a little bitch, but it's true. This is seriously gotta be one of the most annoying and long matches ever. Especially because that Fiora, though. Fiora, if I'm correct, was supposed to be the first melee AD carry, and Riot designed her to be that, or whatever. And didn't work out, unfortunately. She is what she is now. Not really good for bot lane at all. But because of that, she's so disturbingly powerful. And they never bothered to change anything about her that would counter that. Because she was literally carrying their team, in my opinion. About mid-late game, I'd say, was when us two were basically going at it, and I'd barely win if I did win. And then late game, I'd only be able to kill her if you saw like that, and somebody else helped me, or I stole it, because, you know, that's all I'm good at. Ha. But early game, she was doing pretty decent against me. Oh my gosh, the shrooms. Oh my gosh, the shrooms. And then late game, she just started crapping on me again, because she's disturbingly overpowered, in my opinion. This match, I could have sworn we burst down that turret at one point. Oh, here we go, death. I seriously thought those shrooms killed me because the stupid fire was still around me for so long. Like, you didn't even see me typing it like, wow, the shrooms didn't kill me. I never realized that the fire would last that long, and I'm not necessarily sure if it was actually still affecting me, and my health was just recovering me that quick. Another shroom death, Afghanistan. Or if it was just the particles were still there for whatever stupid reason. This match. Is there a max on how long you respawn timer can be? Because I feel like we were pushing it at this point. And our Hecarim was so tanky, but they kept bursting him down because the shrooms were just murder. They're legitimate bombs. The noxious trap. Noxious? No, it's noxious. I think. I don't feel like I'm pronouncing that right. It's so. I don't feel like an X should be pronounced ch. But whatever. Rambling. As you can see, I seriously bought a frozen mallet. I mean, it would be a terrible thing if it wasn't so late game, because it would slow them down while giving me attack damage and health. But this late game, it's only useful for the health, in my opinion. Buying and selling, man. It's called the economy. If League had an economy. And we're actually almost done, surprisingly. Ugh. I really liked watching the Xerath put in work, though, because it's... oh my gosh. I've seen probably... I've been playing since Season 1, braked for most of Season 2 because my computer, my old laptop, was such a toaster. Crap top. And then... oh my gosh, Hecarim, poor guy. And then... Season 3 came around, and March is when I got my new PC. And when I got this new PC, that's when I kind of joined back in. Yeah, I'm so dead. That's when I fully got back into it. And they had, I think, Xerath maybe free twice since then. Free to play for the week. And both of those times, the second time I literally saw none. The first time he was free to play, I think I saw 3 total. And ever since then, I think I've seen 2 besides that on non-free-to-play weeks. So in total, I've seen 5. But as you can see, this Quinn ended up backdooring us because nobody was paying attention. And, you know, Valor's got a really fast attack speed. So thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day, night, week, month, year, all of that. GG, no re. Oh my gosh, this match. Can't wait to have another. Freaking A, man.